and Jeff made light of putting in this brake switch, but let me just show you what was involved in putting this in. Just a little bit of this. There was some of this. A little bit of this. So that's all.
Yeah.
Just a little $34 switch that had to be installed.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lynn.
And I'm Jeff.
And we are catching air.
Catching air.
And it is the middle of April, and it's a lovely spring day here in New England. We've got our scarf and our hat on. It's about 35 degrees.
Right, spring's around the corner.
But we have great news today.
Yeah, we're done with the tow vehicle. So all the modifications are done. It took us 5 days, 40 hours, but 60 people hours because Lynn chipped in along the way. And we had 7 systems, and we have all the cost breakdowns for those systems.
Yep, we're going to go through all the systems, how much everything cost, and we promise it's not going to take 40 hours.
No way.
Ready?
Let's go. Number 1, brand new winch. Mounted to the bumper and wired into the battery. This should make for pretty good videos if we ever have to use this, so stay tuned.
The cost?
Oh, the cost, $530. Second system, brand new bumper. Take off the old one, pitch it, and put on the new bumper. Fairly easy install, some big bolts. And then, of course, we had to mount the toe brackets, D-rings. Our state requires a front plate, and that was pretty much it. The cost is...
Yeah, so I'll go over the cost in a second. Our old bumper was dented when we bought it, so we had planned on replacing it anyways. So we already knew we were going to do that when we bought the Jeep, regardless of what we were going to do with towing. So that was sort of a cost that we were planning on spending anyways.
Right. Yeah,
so here's the breakdown. The bumper itself was $1,069. I don't think that's a lot.
That's the first time I heard that. I'm usually kept in the dark. I just see the Amazon boxes.
No, he's usually at work because that's the way our relationship works. Yeah. He does all the work, I spend all the money. Okay, so that's the bumper. The license plate bracket, that was $42.95. The tow bar bracket set, that was $79.95. $79.95. And the D-rings were $39.90. And then we had shipping because it was a super big, heavy box, and that was $140. So total for the bumper project was $1,367.
One of the items that, this is called a mid-range bumper. There's a full size that the wings stick out here, and there's a little name, and me and Lynn continue to argue exactly which one. I thought we should have gone with the extended version, but Lynn is sure that the mid-size version is the one that looks the best. So
I just think
please comment.
I just think it looks cuter when it's not all the way out. I like that you can see the wheels a little bit on the edge. I don't know. What do you think?
And the actual picking it up, we had to go to a local FedEx distribution center, and I was videoing as they were putting in the back of a friend's truck, and as far as missed video, I got caught up in the packing material. I went down so hard, and days of recovery from my palms, and it was bad.
And a sprained ankle, right? Didn't you twist your ankle?
Yeah, as I tried to pull it out of the packing material as I was falling, and which accelerated my fall, which put the rocks deeper into my palms. So
I wish we had video. We never video the good stuff.
Exactly. Third system, breakaway system. So the way this works is there's air that's stored locally in the tow vehicle, and if it ever separates from the RV, there's a reservoir of compressed air that continued to break the towed vehicle. So there's a canister, there's a switch, this is all wired in. We hope this works. This is one of the things that you probably will never ever use. If you ever see our vehicle going down the highway not being towed by an RV, please let us know if this system worked, and if not, please avoid the blue Jeep, because it is not going to break, and it will continue to travel down the highway for some time.
Okay, I'm going to jump back in with the numbers. So for the breakaway system, we ordered that from Roadmaster, and it came as a kit, and it's called a second vehicle kit. Why did we not order a first vehicle kit?
Because our RV is already set up for proportional braking.
Right. So our RV is already set up for proportional braking. So we only had to buy the second vehicle kit. And it was a whole kit that included the canister, it included the little breakaway switch that we installed on the bumper, and the total cost of that is $390.95.
Not bad for a system that'll never be used, hopefully.
Right. But if it ever does have to be used,
$300 well spent for all the System number 4, plumbing the vehicle with compressed air lines. The costs are kind of in the item number 3, but there was some miscellaneous compression fittings and tubing that we had to buy. But started at the front bumper with a male compressed air fitting, plumbed that back to the reservoir canister. That got plumbed through the firewall to a quick connect fitting underneath the driver's side. We had to make some modification for the length of the tubing to the brake, and that's where the miscellaneous compression fittings and tubing had to be added. This braking cylinder is actually we got with the RV, so this was did not need to be purchased. But what we did need to purchase is the bracket to mount it to the seat, plus the post that it has to pivot off of. So here's the bracket underneath the seat, and this is the post that holds the brake piston. And the cost of those was $12 and also $63 for a total of $79. That those numbers don't add up. So misinformation from the accounting and finance. So let's just say the total was $79, but maybe we need to check our math. System number 5, kill switch. This is what disconnects the battery from the car for when it's being towed. It has to do with making sure that the battery is not drained while you're towing the vehicle. So I believe you put the ignition on, but the battery is disconnected from the rest of the car, other than the safety features that need constant power. So there's a solenoid that makes and breaks the connection from the battery. So this had to be all tied in. You can see that Picasso put their name on the work. And then back in the on the driver's side is the hidden kill switch that you exercise when setting up the towed vehicle. So let's take a look at that. Hidden underneath the steering wheel is the kill switch. It's a momentary switch, so single push for on, single push for off, and we just wanted to hide it so it's not accidentally hit while going down the highway and disabling the vehicle.
Finance department recalculating some numbers. Okay, so the battery bypass kit was $163.95.
The 6th system that we put in there was one of the most difficult ones. Probably the simplest from a standpoint of wiring it in, but actually the mechanical side, you had to go in the hellhole underneath this thing and do the yoga positions. It reminds me of Cool Hand Luke. night in the box, you know? So that's the punishment around here, you know? Night in the box, working on the brake switch. So it goes underneath there. It is a switch that is compressed when the brake is completely up. When it's compressed, it activates a signal that goes back to the RV, and a light goes on to identify to the person driving the first vehicle that the braking system is actually working in the towed vehicle.
The cost on the brake switch was $34.22.
Okay, last but not least, system number 7. The cost is really in the second kit for second vehicle kit, but you put diodes in line with the brake lights, directional lights, and parking lights. The diodes are meant so because there's 2 systems. There's the first vehicle and the second vehicle, and they run off 2 different batteries. So you don't want current to flow between the vehicles. So there's diodes. The diodes allow, when you're using the towed vehicle as a regular vehicle, that their system turns on the brakes and the signal lights, and then when it's connected to the other vehicle, then the first vehicle controls the signals, brake, and parking lights. So that's why you have to have your diodes in there. Mounted on the back of the both right passenger side and driver's side, and then wired up to the front of the vehicle to a receptacle that is mounted to the front of the bumper. So we're trying to get, you know, little confession, I'm dyslexic, so my right and my left are often confused. If you're going down the highway and you notice our Jeep is letting you know we're taking a right, back off a little because we just might be going left. Back to the finance department.
All right, so the total for all of those 7 systems was $3,864. No, it's not. See, I do all the shopping, so he doesn't really understand like how much things actually cost.
Yeah. Okay.
But we did purchase about maybe $400 in tools and, you know, little miscellaneous things.
Yeah.
I wouldn't add the $400 into that because some of the tools like the drill and the battery and the bits, we're going to use those throughout the entire project. Right. So at the end, when we give a grand total of everything that we've done, I'll give you the breakdown of all of the tools that we used at that time.
And as far as the tools, we're kind of doing a refresh of our tools. We have a lot of these tools, but as we're trying to collect new tools to take with us on the trip, and we want to make sure that they're complete sets and not worn out and good quality.
All right, and that does it for our Sunday video and the breakdown of everything we did on the Jeep. I hope it was helpful. If you're gonna plan on towing a vehicle or do some of the same modifications, hopefully this will help you out.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly doable. I'm not gonna lie, the electromechanical stuff can be kind of tough and has to be well thought out. But if you are gonna do it, you know, we certainly would, you know, love to comment on whatever systems you're putting in and some of the things that we did to make it work.
All right, so we're signing off for now.
All right.
Have a great Sunday.
Enjoy, stay warm.